Cholesterol is the biggest killer in the world. Cholesterol is a silent killer of millions of people in the world. And how does it happen? One thing you should know is that you need to study the body. I think every living being needs to study the body, and it's most especially learn the work of blood vessels in your body. Learn a lot about what blood vessels does in the body. There are tiny, in fact, most tiniest vessels in the body. You can find them around your eyes. You can find them every part of the tissues in your body. They are connected to the tissues. So when these blood vessels get clogged, pay attention. Once this blood, they're very tiny, just like the thread you use. Some of them, you can't even see them with your eyes, but they have their own work. They weren't just kept there in your body for fancy. Like for the capillaries in the eyes, these tiny vessels does the work of supplying blood to your entire eyes to enable you to see clearly. I keep telling people that the problem of blockage is what is killing people. If these tiny vessels around your eyes are blocked, it leads to poor vision and final vision loss. If the vessels that are connected to your legs begin to degenerate, and then it's not encouraging blood flow to your legs properly, it will lead to edema. It will lead to swellings on your legs. If the tiny blood vessels in your organs, your kidneys, your liver, if they disrupt, or if there's any blockage, you start to have kidney problems. That is just it. It's a matter of circulation. Once there is obstruction in circulation of blood, because it is blood that carries this, so that flows and energizes. Blood is the life force of every human. Blood is the life force of every human or animals. Once there is obstruction in the blood flow, the organs in your body begins to die gradually. You see what causes them? Naturally, if they were free, you weren't eating, maybe you're just living on water and you were mindful of what you are eating, probably all humans will live up to 120 years before even aging. Why? Because there is no obstruction. But because of a lot of things we eat, we don't pay attention, we eat. When you are from the age of 25 to 40, it begins to clog heavily from 25 to 40. And if you don't pay attention to it, once you clock 50, there's nothing you can do again. You see a patient, when you're carrying out investigations, you see the person having up to 5 to 8 different illnesses. What is causing it? Why it does? Okay, let me ask you a question. Why is it that when a person gets old, it begins to develop various forms of diseases, illnesses? Why? It is because the vessels are totally blocked, totally clogged with plaques. Plaques have prevented blood from, that is, plaques on the walls of these arteries, vessels, have been In fact, has been the culprit. It is the biggest reason why people develop series of illnesses, diseases when they age. I say when you are like 25, 30, 40, you know that you can just, maybe it's malaria, or is you don't even have the BP, you don't have diabetes, but because diabetes has to do with your pancreas. And if there is a blockage in your pancreas, you start having diabetes. They communicate. These vessels have a lot to play in our bodies. So do not overlook it. They are the primary cause of various forms of diseases and sicknesses we have today. Like I was saying, if you have a blockage in your liver, know that the arteries there, the tiniest veins, arteries that carries blood to your vessels and to your tissues, are blocked. If you're having kidney problem, if you have eye problem, the arteries there have stopped working. Some people will be saying, I had a mother who had problem. She's late now. She was always having pains in the eyes. The eyes was blocked. So instead of running to hospital, looking for eye drop to put in your eyes, which will of course not solve any problem, please pay attention to what you are eating. There are things you are not doing right. What should be your focus is how to enable the arteries to flow very well, for blood to flow through the arteries so that you can rectify your problem. If you're having blockage in the arteries that carries blood around your knees, what will you experience? You experience arthritis, osteoporosis. It's as simple as that. There is nothing short of that. Every problem we are having in our bodies today is as a result of poor circulation of blood. Now, why are we not paying attention to these things? Why going to depend on drugs? And mind you, as you are taking drugs increases it, because it is not the solution. The solution is diet, checking of your diet, okay? Exercising, like I always say. Cholesterol buildup in your body makes you to age faster than you can ever imagine. So the secret hack to overcome blockage is to check your diet and exercise properly. Mind the type of oils you are using to cook your food. Avoid all these packaged oils that have been refined. Stick to natural oil like avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil to help your arteries. They nourish your arteries and make it free from blockage. I'm saying this over and over and over again. We should pay a constant attention to what we eat, because in the long run, it's going to bounce back against us. It's going to fight us. You might be young now, you think all is well, but gradually you are getting older, and your arteries will definitely thank you for it if you use the right saturated fats, unsaturated fats. Okay? Cholesterol is the most worst thing that can happen to your arteries. You see those plaques that build up in your blood, preventing blood flow, is a very serious thing. Note it down today. It is cholesterol that makes you develop all manners of illnesses that is you cannot even find solution. You are treating one, the other, another one is developing. It's because of the blockage. Oh, you have just like somebody have a headache. Oh, before you know, it starts stooling. That is how it compounds issues. Not until you treat this issue, the underlying issues, it will not work for you. Drugs cannot do it. Okay? It is you who should be intentional about your health, the diet you eat, and also the type of oils that you use. If you want your skin to glow, aging is inevitable. But once you start taking in piles of cholesterol over the years and it begins to fight back, you begin to age at the age of 70. You're not supposed to die at the age of 70, 80. But it's because of what we eat. Once the arteries are clogged, you are gone. 84% or 94% of persons will not live long if they have cholesterol issues, which definitely in turn will lead to heart attack. So be very, very mindful of what you consume on a daily basis. Okay? I keep talking on this. If you're watching me, pay attention because repetitively, your head is grasping all what I'm saying. And before long, you start doing all what I'm saying here and you start avoiding all the things I want you to avoid. That is why I said put on your notifications button so that whatever I say here, we get it. If possible, keep replaying it. Okay? All right. Thank you very much for watching my channel. Please hit the subscribe button and wait for the next post. Thank you. Bye.